Hello, welcome. I'm just doing an impromptu live to chat with whoever happens to uh, pop in about three things. The first thing is I'm so excited about my fence getting built so I can, first of all, get the deer out of my yard, and second, hide some of the ugliness of our neighbor. The guy who owns the property next to us just dumps whatever he wants all over the place, and it's very ugly. It's an extremely ugly old shop. And so I'm really excited about looking out my um, window and not seeing that anymore. So I live in Canada. Welcome. So yeah, I just kind of turned on my phone to do a live, and if you're interested, stay. If you're not, no worries. So I'm out here in my yard, and I wanted to talk about three things. The first thing is that fence. The second thing is um, oh, just something that happens to me all the time. And oh, look, there's a storm coming. And I was kind of looking for some advice on how to deal with it. And the third thing was 8,000 watch hours now, guys, right? Everyone's been talking about this. I actually saw the YouTube update like immediately, well, just not immediately, like an hour after they had posted it. And um, I thought, oh, isn't that interesting? Maybe I'll have a seat here on my porch. Hello. Yeah. So the first thing is the fence. It was so interesting this morning because the neighbor kids, these two little boys, were out there. I think they're like around 9 and 6 or 7 in age. And hello. I live in Canada, Alberta, Canada. They were so underfoot. So these poor guys that we'd hired to build the fence, because it's quite a complicated place to build a fence. There's an old gas line there. There's just a lot going on. So we'd hired somebody instead of doing it ourselves. And these neighbor kids that they rent the place next door on this industrial commercial property beside us, they were underfoot the whole time. They were running around, these poor guys. They were riding their bikes in circles. They were um, picking up pieces of chain link out of the back of their truck and running up and down in their trailer. It was just ridiculous. Oh, where are all these people coming from? I don't know any of you. I mean, you're welcome, but usually I get lots of people that I know on my lives, and that's okay. That's all right if I don't know you. So that was the first thing. Just wanted to document the fence. The second thing is, oh, this is hilarious. Like the neighbors are all looking over here. They probably can't believe that we're finally building a fence. Yep, we are, and you can just deal with it. Oh, it's kind of funny because the guy across the street, he's, I'm usually a really friendly person, but he is just too much. Every time I'm out trying to mow my lawn or something, he's out there with his shirt off and tries to come over and talk to me. Anyway, the reason I'm not a big fan of this guy, besides the fact that he's kind of a creep, is that he's the one responsible for taking out all the trees on the land beside us, the trees that sheltered our place from the highway and from all the industrial stuff going on in this area. So I just feel like, buddy, I'm not your biggest fan. Mike, hi. Hey, you're on your last break. Perfect. So, Mike, I was just walking around here. I was showing at the beginning the fence that is getting built, that they started building today. And I'm so excited about this fence that will finally keep our property keep the deer off our property from eating all of our trees and my garden and the flowers and everything. And then we can finally plant trees and finally have some kind of barrier between us and the industrial properties uh, beside us and the highway and all that. So I was just walking around the fence line showing the work they did today and talking about the little kids, the little neighbor boys that would not stay away. And I went out, I felt so bad. I went outside, I saw them there and I yelled at them. I mean, I know them fairly well because they're always over here every time they see me outside. And I've been very kind to them. I've shown them around our place. I've taken them in the garden and given them little things to eat and I don't know, sent stuff home with them. And they're just kind of bored and they're curious, right? So I've been really friendly to them, but they were underfoot so badly when these guys were trying to build the fence, and I couldn't do anything about it. Their parents are in their house, would not do anything about it. But anyway, I saw them out there running around the auger and the equipment, and I came out and I kind of yelled at them. And I didn't realize it, but their dad was out there with them, was out there weed eating, and I thought it was the fence building guys that were weed eating. So anyway, I apologized. I said, I'm sorry. I'm really worried about the kids, but if you're out here looking after them, that's all right. But anyway, he wasn't out there for long. He went in the house, and yeah, that was good. Nice. Hello from Darmstadt in Germany. Welcome. Welcome. Yeah, LOL, Mike. I know. I was beside myself. I just wanted to. Anyway, but we're paying a whole bunch of money for this fence. And honestly, we don't really have the money, but we really need the fence. And so it was just very frustrating seeing, these guys trying to build the fence, being kind of inhibited and held back by these boys running around like a bunch of hornets. And even my husband happened to be close by because it's kind of a rainy day today. He wasn't out grading. And so he came here at lunch and he was going to read them the riot act. But when he talked to the guys fencing, they said, oh, it's all right. We're just dealing with it. So I was like, okay, that's how it always works. Yeah. So fence was the first thing I just wanted to talk about because I'm excited about it. And the second thing is, all right, maybe I'll try and put the phone on a stand because I'm holding it. Well, what the heck? I'll just keep holding it. So, I have a friend who has recently been diagnosed with bowel cancer, and I've been helping her out in various ways. And we're not really friends, but we're getting to be friends. And as you know, if you follow my channel, I have complained about being lonely. I've complained about not having any friends here. So I need to, yeah, if you want to have friends, you need to be a friend, right? And I do really care about her and I want to be there for her. But here's the thing. I have been struggling with my back for months. I've been in so much pain. And I finally decided, after getting an x-ray, I finally decided to make an appointment for a massage and chiropractor. So I made the massage appointment in the afternoon, and then I made the chiropractor appointment afterwards. And anyway, my friend texted me today after I made the appointment yesterday and said, can you drive me to an appointment for treatment? And it was that exact day at that exact time. And of course I'm going to do it. Like, of course I'm going to drive her and I'm going to cancel my massage appointment. But my heart just kind of sank because it always seems like this happens. Anytime I finally do something to take care of myself, it always falls apart because there's something more important. And so there was a part of me that was kind of like wrestling with that and fighting with that and being like, no, no, I really want to go to this appointment. But, when you think about it, me going to this massage appointment, even though it's been like over 10 years since I've gone to a massage appointment. um, anyway, I think it's been 10 years since I've been to the chiropractor too. I don't go to these kind of things much. So I was just kind of like, oh, it has to be that exact time that I have to cancel my appointments that took me so long to make. Mike says, no, you need to put you first. I hope you said no. No, I didn't say no. I didn't say no. If you do not put yourself first, there's always somebody that's my YouTube now. And all of a sudden it said, you've reached your limit. So I ignored the limit for today, but I'm trying to get off my phone and not spend so much time on YouTube. So I've been setting limits. But yeah, no, at first I was going to say no. And then I thought about it and I was like, she is going through a lot more than I am. And then when I told her the situation, she actually asked me, or she said, yeah, that would be great if you could cancel it. So anyway, I'm just so frustrated that it's always that way with life. But I'm just going to let it go. I know what the right thing is to do. And I don't want to feel resentful though either. But it is more important, I think, to help people that need you. Like, then there's a part of me that's like, well, if I just said no, she'd probably just ask someone else, right? I don't know. I'm still kind of torn about it. So I haven't actually canceled my appointment yet because I wanted to just hop on here and I don't know, just express myself. Um, and maybe somebody has some insight. Mike's trying to give me some insight. I'm not really listening, but I probably should. I'm gonna get up and walk around again. Oh, all right. I'm not really sure. I should have just done a regular video instead of a live because I'm kind of stumbling around and not making much sense here. But so that was the second thing that I wanted to talk about. And let's see. The third thing was 8,000 watch hours. Yeah, I saw that news right away after it was posted, and I thought, oh, like for me, I was kind of it didn't really matter that much because it's just I don't really care because I was never going to get 4,000 watch hours anyway. And even though I think it would be cool to make a little bit of money or to be monetized on YouTube, I've just kind of accepted the fact that I'm going to be really busy with my real life job, and YouTube is just going to have to take a back seat anyway. So I wasn't really worried about for myself, but I was like, oh, I know so many people that are really trying so hard to reach 4,000 watch hours, and they're grinding and they're working so hard. They're doing their best. Hey, Brittany. She could have been more gracious in that response, like, oh, I'm so sorry, I don't have anyone else to pick me up. So if you are able to reschedule, I'd really appreciate it. And I'm so thankful you are willing to help me get to this appointment. Yeah. Yeah, I will have to pick her up. It'll be quite a drive as well. But I technically have the time. I just kind of, and I know she's going through a lot. She's on really high doses of steroids and on medication. She probably doesn't have, she's not probably in her total right mind. And so I just have compassion for where she's at. But I also just kind of feel like, yeah, I would, if someone said to me, like, I actually had an appointment at that time, I would say, oh, that's okay. Like, no worries. I'll call somebody else. And And yeah, if, if I absolutely can't find someone else, then I'll ask you. But so it's kind of one of those things where she's not quite a friend yet, you know what I mean? We're acquaintances. We've talked a few times. We see each other at church. Um, I've yeah, we've done a couple things together, gone on a couple walks. But um, I think, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Not everybody has to be your best friend, right? Hey, Jen. Hey, Jen. I was just talking about our fence, showing our fence getting built. And then I was talking about this thing that always happens to me where I do something for myself. I made myself massage and chiropractic appointment finally for my extremely sore back. And it's the exact time that a friend of mine wants me to take her to an appointment for cancer treatment. And I just feel like that's way more important. And of course, I'm going to do that for her. But it kind of breaks my heart to have to cancel my appointments. Um, it's just so ironic, right? The one day that I had an appointment after like over 10 years of not having a massage, of not going to the chiropractor, it happens to be the exact time that she needs me to do something. So, yeah. Don't be surprised every time she needs a ride, you're going to be the first person she calls. That's what I'm kind of thinking, Mike. Like I've been in this situation so many times before. And so I'm kind of like, do I have like too much lipstick on? I feel like I do. I put a little bit of makeup on for you guys. That wouldn't be quite as rough looking. But yeah, that's what I'm just kind of like, is this going to be a chronic thing? I don't know. I think you're probably right. Don't cancel, reschedule so you can still care for yourself. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to reschedule. That's good advice, Brittany. Thank you. I think like the point was that I'm so tense and so sore that I thought, well, if I got the massage before the chiropractic appointment, then maybe like it would be easier, or the chiropractic appointment would go better. So that's just not going to happen anymore, right? And I think it's a tough decision, Jen says. Is it too late to ask her if there's anyone else who could help? It's not too late. I haven't actually canceled or rescheduled my appointment yet. I've just been sitting with it. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to go live and I'm going to ask my friends if there's just something I'm missing here. Because I feel a lot of feelings. And I think it's like if you've seen any of my videos about overhelping and being over responsible, I always overdo it. And then I have regrets after. But I just kind of feel like in this situation, she has cancer. She's been struggling. Um, and she reached out to ask for help. And even when she knew I had an appointment, she still said, yes, that would be great if you could cancel your appointment. So obviously, she wouldn't have said that, I think, if she really didn't need me to. And it's not a big, huge deal. I know I'm kind of making it a big, huge deal, but I think it's just that it's bringing up all these things for me of like over helping people. Here I am again, canceling my own plans to be there for someone else. And it's just, I'm so tired of letting myself down over and over and over again. Like, at what age will I finally be able to do something for myself? I don't know. I'm just whining. I'm whining, you guys. Hi, Mikey. Yes, you do, Pam. I'm starting to see a pattern. Yeah, I'm telling you. You've been following me for a while, Mike. You have you've picked up on that this is a true thing I'm talking about. No, that last comment was not about your lipstick. Oh. Sometimes I don't really know what I look like, and then I get on here. Oh, sorry, I touched my microphone. Sorry. And then I'm like, oh boy. I look at the camera instead of myself. That's funny, Mike. This was a good idea to say it out loud. Yeah. Now you can hear that you're putting someone else's well-being ahead of yours. Yeah, there's something about saying things out loud that just like you can't hide it anymore. You can't pretend. This is why we get so cranky in our 70s. Yeah, I know it's probably it. I know. Did you see my comment on, probably said way too much. I probably put my foot in it on Scott's last video, winning the week. I just I have, like, quite a few people in my life that are, in their 70s, 80s, whatever, and it just seems like instead of more self-control and more wisdom, they're kinda losing it. And so, I just was like, "I hope that's not me." Like, I hope I get more self-control instead of less, but I think it's just an aging thing. I'm amazing. Thanks, Mike. I read all of your comments. They're right on the money. Oh, yeah, that's right. You did read that because you made a comment. Yeah, thanks. Brittany says, I understand the tension and it's hard to discern when to serve and when it's not good. Yeah, it is. Thank you guys for being here. This is just going to be short. But I wanted to talk and I just wanted to express myself. Um, and the other thing was that 8,000, I'm going to sit down here for a sec. That 8,000 watch hours, like, what are you guys going to do? Like, does it matter to you? Are you already monetized? I was just saying that it doesn't really matter to me because I didn't really think I was ever going to get monetized. But it was something in the back of my head that I was like, that would really be a huge help for my family, for my kids, help with their education, even if I got a little bit of money from YouTube. But 8,000? I mean, here's the thing. Bottom line is YouTube is going to change their mind to suit and change the rules to suit what they want anytime that they want. And we know that. So my heart kind of goes out to those people who are going to try and grind and get those 4,000 before January 31st or before February 1st, 2027. And they're just like, they're all geared up. And YouTube could change the rules again. What's to say they won't, right? It's not like they're promising things to us. It's not like it's a contract. No, it's a program. Of course, they want us to make good videos. So I kind of think it's a way for them to, like, not have to pay all this money. It'll free up a lot of time from YouTube staff that are trying to pay all these little creators, and they can concentrate on those who are bigger creators. And um, yeah, but I'm just kind of like, ouch, ouch for people who've been trying so hard to get their watch hours. Hey, Miss Sam, good to see you. You have to go back to being a slave. Okay, Mike. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. There are services available for cancer treatment patients. I'm sure your friend could call her doctor's office and ask about options. That this could be very empowering for them. Yeah, that's a good point too. Um, I think I'm just kind of realizing that it's hard to have it both ways. Like, it's hard to have friends, like real life friends, do things with, and also take care of yourself. It seems like it's always one or the other. Um, Same with family. It's like I either have a close relationship with my family or I take care of myself. There just doesn't seem to be any compromise. And I've been trying for 51 years to figure this out. Um, but thanks for mentioning that. Travel around Susie. Hi, welcome. Good to see you. Pam is amazing. Yeah. I am I'm just fumbling around on this live trying to talk about things that are just on my mind that I wanted to share with you guys and ask advice about, and I really appreciate your advice and I really appreciate you listening. I think we need to use YouTube as a platform to monetize other places than YouTube. Hey, yes, I agree with that. I think that is, like, YouTube has a lot of good reach, right? So I think, putting at the end of your videos, you could tell people about your Substack or tell people about other platforms that you're on, or have links to other things. And so using the reach of YouTube, but the monetization, the community in some ways of other places, I feel like maybe that's the way to go. But for myself personally, I'm not sure how to do it. Mike says, "Are you stalking me?" Just kidding. It's so great to see you on some of the same friends. Yeah, isn't that great? I think I met Travel Around Susie on Dora's live. Jen says, "I'm not surprised by the YouTube decision. It's purely a business. They will do what's in their best interest and have no concern for the creators." Yeah, like the creators are what gives them their product, right? Gives them their content. So they kind of have to, in some ways, they have to look after the creators, but when it not when it interferes with their bottom line, right? That's They're trying to stay alive. But it makes me wonder a little bit, like, what's exactly behind the decision? Is it purely, money, and is YouTube struggling financially, or are they trying to head in a different direction? Um, there's got to be like a reason that they probably considered for a while. And what I'm wondering is just maybe it was just flooded so much with the little creators like me with little channels, um, and they're kind of trying to. I've thought for a while that YouTube's trying to prune out some of the extra branches, right? Mike says, "Hope to make it to your trivia tonight." Winning the week. Oh my goodness, Scott's here. Wow, look at all the beautiful people in here, and to think I'm allowed to chat to all of you. Well, so we're so happy to see you. I was just doing a little bonus impromptu live to um, show off our fence that's being built, and talk about my dilemma with a friend who wants me to take her to an appointment at the same time as I booked an appointment for myself. And so I've gone all through that now. And now I'm just talking about YouTube's 8,000 watch hours situation. What do you think of those apples? What do you think of that? Does that affect you at all? I think because you're already monetized, it shouldn't affect you, right? And that's great, unless YouTube decides that you have to change the rules again, right? Because they can arbitrarily decide to do whatever works for them. So there's no promises about 8,000, 4,000, whatever, right? If I leave suddenly, it's because I went to the basement. Bad weather in Indiana. All right, hang in there, Miss Sam. Yeah, we're supposed to be getting a storm here too. There were heavy clouds all around, but so far, so good. Mike says, "Hi, Miss Sam." Scott, can you believe I finally caught a live stream? Well, it's actually live streaming. Will wonders never cease. It's so great to have you here. And a Pam live stream. Yeah, this is a bit of a rough one. I'm holding the phone. I think I lost connection at the beginning. And then I have limits now on, I have okay, this sounds ridiculous, but I have a 3-hour limit on my phone that I can watch YouTube. And while I was doing this live stream, it suddenly said, your time is up, time limit reached, or whatever. So I just had ignore for today. But it's really been helping me the last few days, having all kinds of limits on things on my phone. And then I was like, oh my goodness, yeah, I've been on this app for this long, and now we're out of time. So then it kind of forces me, or reminds me, to go do something else with my time. Travel Around Susie, but also to getting sponsorships from brand deals, or getting products that you use in everyday life. There are many ways to use YouTube as a way to get alternative income. Yeah, that's wise. I think people, should look more into that, and just be creative with it, right? Mike says, "Hello, Scott." Yes, Pam did say your name, and look, you showed up. I did. I did. I was talking about my comment on your last video, going postal, where I was going off a bit on some of the more elderly people that I know that are, let's just say there's a lack of self-control showing up. Um, and I'm starting to think that, yeah, it's kind of Maybe it is an age-related thing. Hello, Traveling Whitcombs. Good to see you. Hello. All right, you got to go now. You really got to go. Yeah. See you. Yeah, see you guys later. See you later, Mike. Susie, hi, Brandon and Ash. Yes. Good. Do you guys know each other? Oh, you must. Isn't that fun? And Joanne's here. Welcome, Joanne. Awful. Awful. What was awful? What was awful? The 8,000 hours, probably. Hey, Brandon and Ash, says Scott. Hi, Scott. Wonderful to see you, friend. Isn't it great? We have such good friends on here. See, I don't need that real life friend that wants me to take her to her cancer appointment. I've got good friends on here. I'm just joking. Of course, I need real life friends. And of course, I'm going to take her to her cancer appointment. And what kind of an evil witch am I for even considering not taking her and keeping my appointment? Pam, what if you started asking tons of favors from people who are always assuming you can do them all the favors, rides all the time? Like, what if you start asking them a million favors? What if? I don't know. I don't like asking people to do favors. What would I ask them to do? I don't know. Mow my lawn. That would be great. Our lawnmower broke. But we have 2 broken lawnmowers now, a ride-on that's completely trashed, and a push mower that broke. So it's okay. We just need some goats, a flock of goats, flock of gates. Anybody have some? That's a good question, Scott. Sorry, I'm not trying to make light of it. I'm just being a goofball, and um, and that's a really good thing to think about. What if the shoe was on the other foot? Right? I bet they would stop asking. Yeah. That's a great idea, Scott. I'm going to try that. Jen, great to see you again. You too, Brandon and or Ash. Yeah, great to see you guys. Yes, Joanne's saying, yeah, Joanne, how does that affect you? Are you monetized? Because a lot of people I know have, if you are monetized, then it's okay. You're going to stay monetized at 4,000. And you have until February 1st. But what I've been seeing, because as soon as I saw that video, I immediately started searching for reaction videos. And sure enough, there were tons of reaction videos that I could look at. And the comments were really divided. A lot of the comments were like, all right, forget it. I'm not making content for YouTube anymore. They're not paying me anything. Some people even saying they're deleting their channels. Some people saying they're deleting all their content and they're just done. A lot of discouragement, and then some people saying like, oh, this is an even bigger challenge. I'm just gonna step up my game, and I'm gonna grind. I'm gonna push until I get those hours before February 1st. And for them, I really hope that YouTube doesn't change their rules again, because they very well could, right? Like if someone says, hey, I need a ride somewhere, you go, okay, but first I have a favor I need from you, and then describe a favor that is just way beyond the pale that nobody could be able to do. I know. I'll say, well, I had a massage appointment, so could you give me a massage? I'll cancel my appointment. No, that would be weird. I don't like being touched at the best of times. Oh dear. No, why am I laughing so much? This is serious. This is very serious. It's not a joke. Why am I laughing? You're actually trying to help me, and I appreciate it. And why am I laughing? I don't know. Maybe I use humor way too much to deal with things that are actually serious. It's a bit chronic. It is. My family does that. Can you give me a ride to the store? Yeah, sure. But first I need to ask, can you loan me $10,000? It's important. Okay, now I know I am laughing because Scott, you are being actually funny. Not a witch. Remember, you're human. Yeah, it's stories for humans, right? Why did I call it this? I called it this because we're all humans. We're all on this journey together as humans. And I love that. And I love how stories unite us. And even though I don't tell a lot of stories on here at this point, I have a lot of stories that I could tell. Miss M, I would never ask people for $10,000. That's crazy. I think he was joking. I could use an extra 10 grand though to pay for this fence. I keep getting kicked out, so if I disappear, that's why. Oh, why, Joanne? I wonder why. You're That's odd. You are a moderator on my channel. How are you feeling, Joanne? Are you feeling better? Jen says, would you say that to a friend of yours in the same position, Pam? If a friend had back pain that they had just learned was an issue with their lumbar spine and had booked, yeah, around their work. Oh. No, I would absolutely just say, I don't understand that. And I think that's what the disconnect is a little bit, that I don't really understand how other people tick. But that's kind of a theme in my life too. I I don't always understand how people are, and I feel a lot of times misunderstood myself. I always feel like I'm missing something, like I don't quite get it. I don't quite get how somebody could say, yeah, cancel your appointment. And so in my mind, I'm like, if I said that to someone, it would be because I desperately needed them to do this thing for me. Seems like YouTube is trying to thin out the herd a little bit. Yeah, traveling Whitcombs. Yeah. What do you guys, does that affect you at all? You guys? Jen says, would you be horrified that they wanted to keep that appointment and ask their friends to try asking around for a different way to get to their cancer treatment? No, yeah, I get what you're saying. It does help to think of it from the other side. Thank you for your help, Jen. Travel around Susie. Hi, Life with Gen X. Do you guys know each other? Joanne says, I'm not so close last year. Oh, you're not monetized. Then the hours dropped. I'm not as close as last year, but I'm not sure how I feel. I'm thinking outside the box now. It's time to put something else out there. Yeah, I think that's where it's kind of pushed a lot of people to think, all right, is this what I really want? Is this what I really want? Is this really worth it, this YouTube thing? Or are there better ways that I can spend my time? If it's not going to pay me, if it's not going to, yeah, if it's not going to grow in the way that I hoped it would grow. But then I think also, if you're so close, then maybe there's every chance that you could get your watch hours by February 1st. And then you'd be locked in as into the program at 4,000. So you'd be good to go, right? And that might be good. Joanne, nice to see you today. Do you guys know each other? These are some great folks. If you haven't checked out each other's channels, please do. There are some wonderful, wonderful people here. Except for Scott. I don't know if he's still here. Stay away from Scott. Just teasing. Susie, I did learn that Jeff and Tammy are officially going to M26. I don't know what that is, but that's cool. Joanne, I'm feeling better. Thank you. I think it's because we're getting a storm. Okay. Oh, that you're kind of fading in and out or being kicked out. Yeah, that might be it. We're getting a storm here too. It's just like there's a bright sun shining on me, but everywhere around the sun is dark, dark clouds. So, okay. Okay, Brandon and Ash, I've been really busy with my channel for the last 3 months. I have not kept up. Traveling Whitcombs, we're sitting around 3,000 watch hours. I got really sick, so we had to take a couple of months off. That's right, I remember that. YouTube, and during that time, of course, our watch hours dropped, so now we're scrambling. Yeah, well, I hope you can pop them back up, maybe find a different way, maybe some more live streams. Or whatever was working. I hope you can find a way to get where you want to be. Have a great evening, Miss M. Evening. It's 1:45. It's like lunchtime. No, I know. I'm quite far to the west, so it's always earlier here than everywhere else. Travel around, Susie. I'm really close, but I'm trying to diverse my eggs. Yeah, yeah, diversify. I think that's the name of the game, right? And maybe it's that push now to be like, okay, this path is not completely gonna work, or it's more risky, right? So how can I diversify? How can I try something new? How can I earn but do it in a little bit of a different way? M26 is a meetup in Michigan. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Jen says, Brandon and Ash, I'll put you on my list of nightly playlists I'm going to be running while I sleep. Isn't that nice? Yeah, that I think a lot of creators that have been helping each other might be stepping it up for each other too. Traveling Whitcombs. Thank you, Jen. That's very kind of you. We appreciate that. Oh, well, thank you guys for hanging out. Those of you that popped in, I'm just gonna do a little wander here because my back, as I've been whining about, sore. It's kind of interesting. I found out. I don't know if I should tell you this, but I found out in my X-ray that I have an extra vertebrae. I have it's called lumbarization of the S1. I think that's what it is. So like my sacrum, like instead of being like fused, there's like a separate back vertebrae there. And I have a feeling that what I have is called Bertolotti's syndrome because I've been researching it. And it's when like there's a bone off of that extra lumbar vertebra, which is the plural, that's rubbing on other bone. I think that might be what's happening because that's what it feels like. So, of course, the doctor would not let me see my x-ray. And he said he didn't even see the x-ray. He said, oh, you wouldn't understand. I'm like, well, at least give me a chance. But anyway, Jen had told me how I could call and get my medical records and get that. So I will stop talking about that and I will just take action on it. And Chris is here. Good afternoon. Great to see you. YouTube was never a one egg for me. Susie says, I have already had some brand deals. I'm diversification out even further now. Yeah, that's great. Diversify. You are handling it. You're making a business out of it. You're doing great. Denim jacket, faded t-shirt. Yeah. Can you believe it's cool enough to actually wear a jacket? Like, it has been so hot, and I am so happy that it's kind of cooling down this week for us, just for a few days. And so I was like, yeah, got to put a coat on. That's amazing. I think it's about 14 or 15 Celsius. Pam is rocking the quintessential Jet X gear today. Yeah, that's right. I got a faded t-shirt. Got this jean jacket. I think this is sorry. My daughter is phoning me. I just denied her call, and I'm gonna call her because she's speaking at a. Okay, love you guys. Thanks.